So, my wife confessed to cheating on me, and I don't know what to do. She confessed to me that roughly 2 to 3 months after we got married, she cheated on me with one of her exes. She says it was only hand stuff, but how can I believe that? She tells me this just for weeks after giving birth to our first child, and I'm torn. On top of that, the timeline has me concerned if this kid is even mine. I've ordered a paternity test without her knowing. It comes in tomorrow, but I'm truly scared. I currently want to try and work on things only for our child. If we didn't have him, I would end it right away. I am severely depressed from this and hate myself because I still love her but equally hate her at the same time. I keep trying to mask my depression and act like I'm okay, but I'm not. I've done everything for this woman. I've pushed myself in my career to make enough for her dream to be a stay-at-home mom. We're planning on relocating across the country to be closer to some of her family. I bought her a car. I never buy myself anything and give her anything she wants, asks for, and this is how she repays me. Does anyone who's been through something like this have any thoughts or opinions? I'm slowly starting to consider a divorce, but the court will likely give her majority custody because she's his mom, but she currently has no job and will have to live with her parents, which just overall wouldn't be best for our kid. My thought is he would be best with both of us in the house, even if it means I have to suffer for 18 years until he can move out on his own. Thoughts? Update: if you haven't read the original post, you can find it on my profile. It's my only post besides this one. Thank you again to all who have messaged me or comment on the original post. A lot of you have provided great insight and thoughts on my situation, and I greatly appreciate it. I want to start out by saying Maury Povich voice the DNA results are in. In the case of not putting the child's name, you are the father. I never really had any doubts of this. He literally looks like a spitting image of me, but I needed the sanity check. As far as our relationship, that's still up in the air. Currently, I have a therapy appointment tomorrow to discuss further about my own thoughts and emotions that I hope to eventually turn into a couples therapy. This honestly is mainly for our child's sake, but ultimately I do still love her. Even though I do slightly have distaste, it's something I'm will to at least try to work though. One suggestion that came from one of you that I intend to speak with her once we start the couples therapy is I want to have a postnatal agreement in order to continue the marriage. This is something that I feel pretty strongly about, and if she has any opposition, especially at this point, then it will really make me question her true values of the marriage. Further information that wasn't previously disclosed. I'm not saying this to defend her, but this is a factor in the situation. I have noticed over the last 2 years or so that I have had a decreased sex drive. I've noticed it getting a little worse and have found that I have a very small microadenoma tumor in my pituitary gland brain. This is likely causing this decreased sex drive, and I fear ultimately may have been a cause for this situation. I'm not saying it validates it by any means, especially with it being just a few months after we vowed through thick and thin. Again, I wanted to thank everyone for your support, and I hope none of you have to experience anything that I've been through recently.